accepted it. There we
Okay.
go. What's
There we
up,
go.
friend?
Okay. Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Sorry, I'm not used to working the camera, so bear with me.
It's all right. We all learn as we go. Now we just waiting for one other person. If you wasn't able to accept
No.
my invitation, just come on in and I'll accept you. So we just waiting on one more person to come.
Okay.
So until she gets here, so what's new with you?
Nothing. Just chilling.
That's
Hold
pretty
on.
much it. You
Oops.
at the
I'm trying.
crib?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
Sorry.
right.
Trying to. I like your
Uh,
background.
Thank you. Shit, I painted it all myself.
Hmm? Oh my God, no.
Hell yeah, I got the skills.
Sorry. I see. All that stuff in the back. I'm
Okay,
trying to position my phone. Hold on.
she is here.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, she's supposed to be coming here. Shit, this shit slow.
Oh, there you go.
I'm 2 minutes late, but I'm here.
Hey, you came on nigga time, son.
For me.
No, I came on parent time. I had to tell them to shut the hell up. They were talking
I
too
feel it.
much.
Okay.
I told you I got to get them together
Good?
first. Thank you. I'm trying to keep this thing from moving. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, I see.
Okay, get yourself
But
together
hey
before we get
girl.
started.
Hi.
Kiona, this is my friend, Fran. Fran, this is Kiona.
Hi.
Nice to meet
How y'all
you.
doing today?
Likewise.
We're good.
That's good. That's good. Y'all ready to talk about this shit or what?
Yep. Oh.
Hey,
See.
got my
Where's my?
See, we on the same type of time already.
Where's my
You know what I'm
drink?
saying?
Yeah, I was just about to say, where's yours?
Everybody drinking but me.
You
I
got
know.
Got some stuff going on in the background with the noise.
Oh, turn. Hold on. That's me. Turn me around.
Oh yeah, tell that nigga
Like,
to turn
turn
the
my-
Avengers off.
He said, "Turn the Avengers off." I was trying to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre while it's daytime because I'm scary, so I gotta watch.
He said, let's
I
get the
felt
monster
that
shit
low.
out
I
there.
gotta watch it in the daytime, so at
Yeah,
night
no,
I'll
for
go to
real.
sleep.
Nah, for real, I felt that. Because it'd be
Good
fresh
deal,
on your
my nigga
mind. And you
Nas.
like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so we all know why we here. We all know what the topic is. We gonna be
Mm-hmm.
talking about, do black women respect black men? And I'm having another follow-up questions coming up next. But first, I want to ask you guys this. Anybody can answer first.
Okay.
Do you guys believe black women respect black men? If so, explain why. If not, explain why. Anybody can go first.
who wants to go? Who wants to go first? I was like, I'm gonna let you go
Don't make
first.
me have to pick.
Okay. Okay. So for me, I could speak about myself and maybe some of my family members. So my background is that we're Caribbean. So based on that, like we do respect our men. And I've grown up respecting my man. Basically to me, like our man, my dad, our brothers, they're like the king of the home. And that's how we treated them as such. So, and that's just in any relationship that I've had, I've done that. Even if I dated guys that didn't have as much as me or that I had more than, I still gave them that respect because at the end of the day, they are the man and basically the men actually run the home.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that because as a black man, everything that they have to endure when they're not in the household, that's why it's important for us as women to give them that, I guess you could say, accolades and that respect. Huh?
Say that. I agree with you totally.
Oh yeah, and give them that respect because they deal with so much out there in the world that when they come home, they need that woman to give them that respect and give them that honor.
Right.
So for me, I believe, yes. I feel some women do, and then also I do see that some women don't. But I feel like if you're dating someone that's less than, why are you dating them then? If you're not going to give them that respect.
Ooh.
If you cannot respect this man, then why are you even bothering and wasting your time with him? So you're dating him just to belittle him?
Right.
He's already being belittled outside in the world. So for you to do that to him, so he's getting it outside in the world, in the streets, and then he's going to come home, and then you do that, and then you're teaching your children to basically disrespect him as well and not respect him as the man or the head of the household.
Right. Now, let me ask you this before I switch over to Kiona. So I understand that's how everything you said I agree with, and it sounds good. But let's take it away from being more personal and see like, how do we see it in general, like in everyday life? Do we see more black women respecting black men or disrespecting them?
So I'm gonna say like, I feel like a lot of women don't respect them. I think it's like a 50-50 a little bit. Sometimes you see some that do, and then you see like majority of them that they don't, and that's sad within our culture because it's like, how do we evolve if we can't respect the men in our own culture or in our own race?
Okay. Kiona, you already know the question, or do you want me to repeat?
No, I know the question. I ain't gonna send you through all that.
Okay, go ahead, man. Let me know.
I feel like, like you were saying, from a personal standpoint, and then you have as a whole, what do we see? What is being projected? I feel like we have some issues as men and women in our community respecting each other as men and as women. I agree with everything that she says. Like, as women, we should be that man's piece and we should give him respect, especially knowing what he has to endure when he goes outside. But she also spoke of her culture. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. This is something that she was taught because of her background. Now,
Right.
if you're talking about Black people that don't really have a culture, which is a lot of us, and that have grown to be in the system and have mothers and aunts that had to lie about who was at home or just drop their man because the government was taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I feel like it is just something that we were taught and that was our culture. So for that reason alone, I feel that we don't respect men because a lot of us feel like what we need to respect you for.
Right.
The government is taking care of me. And I feel like that has a lot to do with it. People love saying, oh, that was a long time ago. No, people
Now
still
that's
do
some
it
heavy
today.
shit.
Today, yeah.
And even if it was
Really.
something that was a long time ago and, like, oh, you don't even remember when the government first came out and was doing that. As long as you have people that can live and tell that story, to me, it is current. And that
Right.
is something
Absolutely.
that we have grown to learn from. And that is how we conduct ourselves as a community. Don't get me wrong. There are women out there who do respect their men. There are women out there who do support their men, who are their man's piece. But overall, we are taught you don't need a man. We are taught to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
We are taught these things. And it has always been backed up by the government to me. That's just how I feel. So the answer is no. I feel that we don't.
And I agree with that too. Is there everything that she's saying too? Just even just like she was saying, just regular African Americans or Black people. The fact that women, single mothers, have to be so strong. They basically have to be the mother and the father. So if they're holding down everything, and then a man comes into the home, it's like, what are you here for?
Exactly.
Like we have these high expectations. If a man does step in, like we want them to give us the world, the sun, the moon, and everything else. And in today's society, it's hard. If you're not marrying into someone or dating someone that's a doctor or a lawyer or whatever that has six figures off the bat, then that's impossible. And yeah, and then it's like, realistically, are you bringing in six figures? But no, but you want someone else to bring in that and take care of you.
Okay. Now, I feel where y'all coming from, and let me get my point of view out there before I go any further. How I feel about it is, before I even go off, I just want people to know I'm going to be speaking in general. So when I just say Black women, I'm just talking as a general statement. I'm not saying every single one.
You gotta say that. Go ahead.
I know.
Because yeah.
I'm sad.
Okay.
My thing is, when we speak in general positively, nobody wants to come out and say the not all rule. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, when we say Black women have fat asses, we all know some Black women out there with no ass. But nobody steps up and say, hey, not all of us. Not all. Or another one about Black men. Black men got big dicks. I'm pretty sure all the women out there they met a nigga, with a little dick.
No,
but
I'm
again, nobody come out and say not all. So come with the same energy in this conversation. That's all I ask.
Okay.
So please nobody come out and say not all. All right, so how I feel is, I feel like Black women in general do not respect Black men. How do I know, or how I came up to this conclusion is based off of what I see every day on social media. I don't know if you guys saw the poll that I did. I'm asking Black women, do they respect Black men or not? And a lot of the people who said yes, it kind of pissed me off. I was like, nigga, you capping. I watch you on Facebook talk shit about niggas all day. you just posted this nigga ain't shit and all this. I never seen them praise a black man in a long time on social media. So I was like, nigga, that's cap. But and then besides talking on social media, we can go back to the 80s when black women went on Oprah's show talking down about black men publicly. And we still have this to this day. They have all type of networks, all type of YouTube channels about them talking shit about us, saying we ain't shit, we don't take care of the kids, we're not men, we act like bitches, all that shit. So, and again, when it comes to my personal life, what I've seen with my family, I've seen people in my family beat on black men, talk shit about them, and I even hear it as a kid coming up. Oh, these niggas ain't shit. Because they like to talk around these children like we don't have ears. And we're hearing everything they say. And everything I heard women say, it still stick with me to this day. And I never hear really black women talk positive about us unless we're dead.
Wow.
Once we get shot and killed, that's when they want to talk about us, give us our praise and shit, but we never get these flowers while we're alive. So that's how I feel on it right there. And I'm about to ask you guys, what I was going to say? I wanted to touch on something that you said about the government coming in and taking care of the household, which is true. And that happened back in the the early 60s.
Yeah, it was the 60s. And it's still happening now.
LBJ, damn, whatever the fuck that president nigga name was.
Yeah.
He's the one who offered us the deal. Black women took it. And this is why we're in the state that we are right now. But I plan on doing a video about that, but we'll talk more about that later on. But now let me ask you guys this. Do you guys believe black men, in general, has earned the respect of black women?
Ooh. Damn, that's deep. We'll get right the fuck to it, eh?
Yeah, I want to say so. Anybody can go first.
See.
They say, I got to think about this.
I know. I guess yes and no.
Explain.
So that's what I'm trying to think on the yes part. I mean, not sometimes I feel like black men are generalized, like they don't want to work, they don't want to do shit. But then you do have the ones that are out there that are grinding, but they just don't make enough to provide or up until the certain women's standards. So because of that, it's like the respect is not there. But then they could get with someone else, let's just say, unfortunately, a different race, and that respect is given because they understand the little bit of grind. Okay, so you're not making $50 an hour. You're only making the men that do try to take care of their kids. If it's not 100% of what it seems like what the woman wants, then it's like she's dangling the kid over his head. Like, oh, your daddy ain't shit. Cause all he did was bought you one pair of shoes. Oh, okay. That's all he can do. But it's like, if that's all he can do, that's all he can do.
I was just about to ask that. I was about to say, I understand that. Like, even when a man is making less than a woman, I've seen this, and I have friends that's going through this, to where they're making as much as they can or trying to do as much as they can. But the woman, when she gets upset, she'll talk down on him. I'm the wind beneath your wings, nigga. I help out everything around here. You barely make enough to do this. Like, they belittle him no matter how hard he's trying. You feel what I'm saying?
And that goes back into what she was saying, the government in the home, because it's like, okay, that's true. But if you're getting housing assistance and this and that, okay, yeah, it's a lot easier for you to provide for the kids and do more than what I'm doing because you're getting that government assistance.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
can I speak how
Go
I feel
ahead.
about it? I feel like, because you are generalizing the statement, I feel like it's just like with anybody. Some men have earned it. I feel like it's situational.
Mm-hmm.
There's men out there that
Absolutely.
have earned it. There are men out there that are, like she said, grinding for their family, upkeeping themselves, getting their degrees and getting their educations, getting their trades. And there's some men out there that just aren't. So I feel like, even though it's a general question, I will be biased to say yes or no to that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are men that I know. Me personally, I can speak from this from experience. My mother, she walked out on me and my father. My father raised me. So, as I say, situational. I've seen a man that, and this just pisses me off so much because, like we were saying with the government, my mother would have been able to take us and get government assistance with no issue.
Right.
Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
My father went and tried to get government assistance, and they were asking all these fucking questions. And he was raising 2 kids on his own. So I feel like that's something that is situational, because just like with anything, there's pros and cons. Just like with anything, some are and some aren't. I have met men personally that are working to gain that respect, to wrong those rights that their fathers made, that their grandfathers made, that their uncles made. And I know some men that are just saying, you know what, fuck it. I'm not willing to learn. I'm not willing to live above my influence. Yes, I know better, but I don't want to do better. Right. So I feel like it's a situational thing.
Situation.
Now,
agreed.
Since it's a general statement, but I want to get percentages out. What would you say the percentage is of the men that have earned the respect and that don't? Is it more men who earned it, or more men who don't earn it?
I feel like I'm at an odd age where this is.
I am too. I am too.
Like...
But when you say,
oh no, go ahead.
Okay, I feel like I think me and her are kind of on the same page with that. But it's okay. Define when you're saying earned it.
When I say like earned earned the respect of the black woman, meaning that we see the black woman giving over the power from the government, giving the black man back his crown. He's the head of household.
Okay,
he is that man. You don't need.
I would say 10%.
He's not taking care of you like all financially and shit, but you guys are a team now. You said fuck the government. I'm partnering back up with this black man. How many of those men earned the respect? Is it more black men like that or less?
I feel like 10%.
10%.
And I hate to that have earned it. And the only reason why I say that, because I feel like it is a 50-50, but in reality, like, and I'm not trying to put down women or someone, it seems like once a woman tends to get that assistance from the government, even if the man is bringing it, they don't want to let that assistance go.
Right.
So, you know, even if he's doing what he has to do and he's doing, it could be a whole nother person that's come in and like, hey, let that go. I'm going to take care of you. They don't want to let it go because in their mind, they're already been conditioned like, okay, I'm only paying $20. I'm just giving an example, $20 for rent. Now he's going to help me. Okay, his $150 is going to give me extra money. Why would I let that go when we would spend, you know, the whole $150 or $300, whatever it is on that. So they've been conditioned so hard, so much that it's like they're accustomed to living that way now. So I feel like it's harder. People that do, I feel like it's more like you said, I agree, situational, but I feel like it's more of a status.
Okay.
So if you're on the poverty level or middle class, it's harder for someone for a person to want to give that black man that respect. But right. Obviously, look at these celebrities, they give it up all the time and, you know, hand it over and they will give them that respect. But it's because the money that they hold. Right. It's like sometimes people don't want to put in the time and the energy to grind together. Right. You know, like, yeah, okay, if I'm working and you're working, okay, so what if I make a little bit more? But if we're going to do this together and we're saying, hey, we're going to partner up and this is something we're going to do, we should be able to do this together without outside influence. But a lot of times people, we don't want to do that.
That's true. I feel like the reason why they don't want to give it over is because, one, like you said, they don't want to get rid of that extra money. And for two, I feel like when they get rid of that assistance, now a lot of the times they will now be struggling with this nigga. They're like, why would I give up all this comfort to go struggle with you?
And that's where we have learned the strong, independent black woman. And we love to talk about toxic masculinity. But let's be real, y'all. There is toxic femininity out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and to answer that question that she just answered, my homegirl Kyla, she's watching right now. And she commented, I can't scroll up for some reason, but she's basically said it depends on your surroundings. Like she was saying, I feel like it's a status thing. Because from where I'm looking at, if I'm in poverty, I grew up in poverty. I was on Section 8. My father had food stamps, public school system, all that. I grew up in poverty.
Right.
So from that standpoint, no, I feel like a lot of men out here have not earned the respect. But once you start climbing up that financial ladder and you have different surroundings and you're in different neighborhoods and you're able to meet new people, even new black people. You know, there are men that are out here working hard, getting those degrees, getting those trades.
Mm-hmm.
They're businessmen. So I feel like as far as that goes, it is a status thing. It's for sure a status thing.
Okay.
But for
Mm-hmm.
percentage wise, I want to say if you're from the hood, it's that 10%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're climbing up that financial ladder, I feel like the higher you go, the bigger that
The
percentage
more.
is.
Really? I feel like the higher you go. Okay, look. So if I was to put a percentage on it, if I'll feel like there's way more niggas who don't earn the respect than it is that niggas who have earned it. I think 10% is still too strong in my personal opinion. If I'm being real, I'll say it's probably, if I'm being generous, I'll say 5%. 5% of niggas have
Okay.
earned it because I feel like black men in general have not earned the respect. Look how we talk to them. We talk to women, we talk to our women like they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
disrespect them,
wasn't
not just in our
gonna
music, but
say
online.
nothing.
I know a lot of niggas who live off of bitches. I'm trying. My bad,
That's right.
y'all.
But I feel
Y'all
you.
be
I
called
feel
bitches
where
over
you
here.
coming from.
They live off of females, borrow their cars, borrow their shit to go see other females.
Come on,
Nigga,
Jody and Yvette. Come on, baby boy.
and most of us have been raised by women. And I noticed that when, like, if you've been raised in a single mother household, a lot of the times, no matter how old you get, your mom will never see you as an equal. You're always under her and you're always below her. You can never see her eye to eye. You never be above her. And I see, like, how can you respect somebody you raised? Because a lot of us have been raised to be this certain way. Like, we wasn't raised to be men. You know what I mean? We raised, basically, we talk, like, for example, I feel like a lot of black men, you know what, I'm going to say that question for later. I think I'm going too far ahead. But overall, I'll just say we don't respect.
You know
black
what
women,
though?
and
I feel like your perspective is from the point of a man.
Yes.
Where the perspective that we're getting is this is
Giving,
what
oh
we're
yeah.
receiving. This is what we're looking. We're from the outside looking in. You're a man who has been raised by someone who has to go out there and make it for himself. You've been in relation. I feel like your perspective is different because of that, and that's what's so good about this conversation.
Right. So my thing is because it seems like when I tried, because back then, anybody in the comment section, if you know me, I was like, nigga, a couple years back, super pro black, nigga, black queens this, black queens that, all that shit. But it seemed like the more respect I gave black women, the worse they treated me. Ooh. I tried to be nice. I tried to be the man that they said they wanted. But when I became what they said they wanted, they disrespected me and they did not want me around anymore. I got treated worse. As soon as I started acting like an asshole, I got all.
But I was gonna say that one, you're probably dating the wrong woman, the wrong women. That's one. But it does seem like women will respect the thug more than they respect the working class guy.
Women,
the guy that's trying, the guy that's trying so hard, the guy that's the truck driver or that's doing the basic job, working, will respect someone that's out there risking their life or, doing licks or whatever else, opposed to someone that's actually trying to do a 9 to 5 and working hard to get it.
But like she said, I feel like it depends on the woman.
Well, yeah. So if you're really dating the right woman, like if you're, someone that, like she said, in your environment, the environment that the girl or the person that you're dating grew up in, sometimes that makes a difference. If you're dating someone that, that's all they know, and you are trying to show them something different, they're going to revert back to what they know. And that's that disrespecting you.
My thing is, I feel what y'all saying, but I dated variety of women, black women. I dated women who act like valley girls. I don't know why, I just have a sexual attraction to hood females for some reason. But I had all of them. And I treat them all nice, still got disrespected. But the crazy part about it was, what I was about to say, I felt like in order to be with a black woman, I felt like I had to be something different from who I am. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I had to act
Mm-hmm.
hard. I feel like I had to be more aggressive. I had to be the typical nigga. And I feel like if I was being myself, I was too soft. And they didn't
Just
want it
because they accent different don't mean they ain't different, bro. I'm gonna
at
tell you
all.
that. That don't mean
I'm telling you,
shit.
man, I had to
You
be
may have thought you got a valley girl, but she really a hood bitch
What?
with
on
daddy
me.
issues
Listen,
too.
deceitful as a motherfucker. Who the hell I didn't use
That's
proper
real
ass
shit.
words?
That's true.
Yeah. Like, see, me and Kyla right here. I really feel like it's a socioeconomic status. That's I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like that's what
I
it
agree.
is.
I agree with that.
Because
I agree with
different
her 100%.
statuses, we learn different things. We, you know, like when you from the hood, you ain't got no family heirlooms. I ain't never had a family. I don't even know what the fuck that feel like. But as you climb higher and higher, you get properties, you got businesses, family
Mm-hmm.
heirlooms, you got trust funds and all kind of shit. Like it really depends.
It does.
Just
Yeah.
because someone's trying to give off, oh, I'm this and I'm that, that does not mean that's who the fuck they are. Like
people put up hella
got
She's
fronts
money.
right.
nowadays. Hella
She's
fronts.
right.
It's,
Okay.
YouTube tutorials teach us everything. They especially teach us how not to be who the fuck we are. I'm gonna tell y'all that now.
Now let me ask you guys this, because I see this question go a lot around on Facebook and social media all the time. They say,